Welcome back to Revised You Learning Platform, where you can access a lot of learning materials both online as well as offline. So today we are going to continue the topic Animal Kingdom, where in the previous session we have already discussed the common features or the major features of Animal Kingdom one by one. Okay. So today we are going to discuss the general characters of Animal Kingdom. As we all know, it's a huge kingdom which comprises a lot of number of organisms. Today we will look what are the general features of this kingdom, right? If anyone missed our previous session, just go to the channel and search the video, and we have discussed all these things, which is animals are multicellular, heterotrophs, and they are mostly mobile only. Some organisms like sponges are sedentary in adult form, and they have well developed nervous system. In lower organisms, just a network. In intermediate organisms, they possess a ganglia, and in higher organisms, a well developed nervous system. Okay, and we have told that all animals are originated in sea. Later, freshwater and terrestrial forms were evolved. Okay, today we are going to discuss the characters of Animal Kingdom. Okay, now the first character is they are multicellular. This point we have already discussed in the previous section. Even though animals are multicellular eukaryotes without chlorophyll, right? Yeah, we all know that chlorophyll is a peculiar feature of plants or some algae. We have told multicellular means more than one cells. What is meant by eukaryotes? Do you know? No worries, we will discuss. Eukaryotes are the organisms whose cells have a nucleus enclosed within a nuclear envelope. Clear? Eukaryotes are the organisms whose cells have a nucleus which is enclosed within a nuclear envelope. Okay. Now it is clear, I guess. And we all know that chlorophyll is a peculiar feature of plants and some algae. As you can see the picture of chlorophyll here, and let's look at the microscopic view of the chlorophyll. As we already told, it is the peculiar feature of plants and some blue-green algae, where you can see the grana stalked together to form thylakoids. Okay, it helps in photosynthesis, which is the peculiar feature of plants who are acting as the producers in the food web or food chain, right? So the first character is multicellular eukaryotes without chlorophyll, which means animals do not possess chlorophyll, right? They are multicellular eukaryotes without chlorophyll. Okay, now we will look into the next point, which is the second point. They are, or most of the animals have, organ system level of organization. We have studied cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization, organ level of organization. Now this is organ system level of organization. As you can see, atoms form molecules form macromolecules, and they form cell organelles, which cell organelles together form cell. Here the cell organelle is mitochondria, and now cells form tissues, and tissues together form an organ, and when two or more organs come together, it is called as an organ system, and all these are coming under an organism, right? In this point, we are studying that most of the animals have organ system level of organization. So Here the organs are internally placed, right? The organs are internal in nature. But for some lower forms like sponges, they have cellular level of organization. As in the case of coelentrates, they have tissue level of organization. So, some exceptions are there, but most of the animals are having organ system level of organization. Clear? We have studied the second point, which is most of the animals have organ system level of organization except some lower organisms. So, I am highlighting the point, just keep it in the mind. Now, we will look the third point, which is related to the cell structure. So, animal cell lack cell wall and centrioles, not centrioles but central vacuoles. So, animal cell lack cell wall, central vacuoles and also plastids, right? All these are peculiar feature of a plant cell, but an animal cell possesses some centrioles in them and some small vacuoles scattered around, right? They have no central vacuole, but small vacuoles are scattered around, right? And also cells are held together with desmoid connections, right? Or they are together form cell junctions. Okay, now this is a animal cell and you can see the plasma membrane here instead of the cell wall, and the nucleus here, no central vacuole and no plastids. Sorry, I have written plastids, it is plastids, okay, and no plastids here, but have centrioles. And can you see the green vacuoles scattered around here? Yeah, you can see the green vacuoles scattered around the cell, and some cells are held together to form cell junctions. So, I am repeating, animal cell do not possess cell wall, a central vacuole or a plastid, but they do possess centrioles, so small vacuoles, and they are held together to form cell junctions. Clear? Now, the fourth point is the nutrition is holotropic or holozoic. Clear? Do you know what is holozoic or holotropic nutrition? They will discuss, and the sub point is digestion occurs internally or within special cavities of the body. Okay, so nutrition is holozoic and digestion occurs within the special cavities of our body. Okay, what is holozoic nutrition? Let's check. It is the internalization of food particles through mouth, okay, and they are ingested or digested internally. So, it is the internalization and internal processing of food. Clear? They are ingested through mouth, and it can be a solid food or liquid food or gaseous food. However, they are ingested through mouth. Okay, and that can be macromolecules, and they are digested to micromolecules. Clear? I repeat, holozoic nutrition is the internalization of food through mouth and their breakdown into micromolecules. Clear? I hope this point is clear for you, that nutrition is holozoic or holotropic in animal kingdom or the animals including in the animal kingdom. Now the fifth point is reproduction is generally sexual. Okay, commonly most of the organisms perform sexual reproduction, and in that gametes are formed in gonads, which is a multicellular organs to produce gametes. So gametes are formed in gonads, and also, but in some lower organisms they have asexual reproduction methods. Okay. Now example for in humans, sperms are formed inside testis, which is the gonads in males. Okay, and in females, the ova or egg is formed inside the ovary, which is the gonad in females. Clear? Now there is a sixth point. Before going to that, I am highlighting the fifth point, which is in animal kingdom, reproduction is generally sexual and gametes are formed in gonads, but some lower organisms have asexual reproductive methods. Now the sixth point is a multicellular embryo is formed during the development of the zygote. Clear? A multicellular structure having more than one cell embryo is formed during the development of zygote. As you can see in the picture, the zygote is dividing to form different structures, and this 8 to 16 celled stage is known as morula. As you can see, the embryo is multicellular in each of the steps. So a multicellular embryo is formed during development of the zygote. So for today we have discussed 6 points of general characters of animal kingdom, and I hope all you remember that multicellular eukaryotes without chlorophyll, and most of the animals have organ system level of organizations, and animal cell lac, cell wall, central vacuole, plastids, etc. And the fourth point is nutrition is holozoic and digestion is inside some special cavities, and reproduction is generally sexual, and a multicellular embryo is seen during the development of the zygote. I hope we have discussed 6 points of general characters of animal kingdom. In the next class, we will discuss the remaining characters. Thank you.